Starting it up in a 3 and a 2. Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Songs of Six. It looks like the cantors have finally heard the good word about all of our new temples that have been added to town. I was just letting a little bit of time advance while I was waiting for stuff to get built. We really do not have enough odd jobbers. I keep adding immigrants, but unfortunately I think time is, gonna have to pass in order for people to want to immigrate. People have been on the waiting list for so long that potential immigrants have slightly given up hope. It might make sense that we could increase our baby production, I guess. So I guess to start off the episode, I'm going to create a human nursery. And I'll just put that thing right here. There'll be a tiny little alleyway, the exact type of thing you would want next to you. The exact type of thing you would want next to a nursery. I think the cubicle kind of design, where it's like a maze of rooms, isn't too bad. Don't see any reason why I can just have like a repeating pattern here. I'm gonna need some furnishings. Let's see, how many of these things do I actually need? Pretty close to just having enough. Yeah, I could even maybe potentially fit some more cribs, but it's gonna have to be like really tiny, awkward ones because it's gotta be placed in between these furnishings. Then I can add another furnishing. There we go. It's about as space efficient as this place can get. I think maybe it'd be possible to build it slightly more space efficiently, but I feel like we made pretty good use of the space, all things considered. And I'm gonna send it. Next on the to-do list, I'm really hesitant to build any more buildings right now. Just, while these things are going. Maybe we could take a look at our administration. Still only have 1,000 points, but we might be able to eke out a little bit more importing. The question is where. If we were gonna take a territory, where would we take next? We could take Paphilia. That one has really good clay prospects and stone prospects and fruit prospects. And as far as population is concerned, it's not great, but it's not like too horrendous. It'd be a little bit of a fixer-upper, right? Theoretically, we could also try just bolstering the population of existing territories we've got. Either one could work. Could get Sicilian out of Liari. Pretty sure Liari is just like a one place Marty, you know? So we could fuck this army up. And then go and take over Liari, destroy it. Then boost its population. The admin points. We'd need a pretty big army. Because I have no idea what the training level is of their troops. Maybe that should be our goal. If we're going to take a place, Paphilia probably could also stand to get roasted, but their army is sort of right next to their capital, whereas this one has some distance. And any army we do build is going to have to be manned by people, which is also pretty rough. My experiment with having units recruited from outside of town was kind of a failure. Contributed to the losses of many lives, mostly of those external conscripts. I think we could improve the amount of Garthemi soldiers there are. That could be an army that we increase. So I might as well get started with that. What's my Garthemi division at? Well, those guys are already sent out. Okay, I could increase the number of Garthemis here to 150. It's a max training, max armor and weapons division. I think that would be fine. It does sort of go against our goal of having more odd jobbers, but even still. Also, I vaguely remember, yeah, creating some humidifier spots, so getting them built is probably good. Do the Garthemi care about lighting? I feel like the answer is yes. Excuse me. Highly unusual. I guess I'll put a torch here and then continue my creating of the humidifiers. We could probably dig some humidifiers into... Nah, this wall is too skinny, unfortunately. This one could work, though. I think that'd be pretty good. Let's up the humidifier count. Garthemi quarter is really kind of like fucking absolutely dog shit. Wow, this Baltic Crawler breeder produces 13 meat a day. It occupies all the space. We could make a bunch of services for these people using the space, I think. Looks like the eatery situation is fine. The lavatory situation, let's see, load 92% and low 21%. There's a tavern. So the only like real people we would need is another physician, maybe another lavatory, and another bathhouse. What? Those fucking assholes. Just yanking my chain. I think I'm getting rid of this Baltic Crawler station. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna want a bathhouse. Fine with it just being like a little bit square. We can have like pillars or something in the corner over there, or maybe more humidifiers. Basins are gonna be the same, like one tick away from max size, because that way I can just have the entire back here filled up. I can expand this building out by one so I can put some benches here. I think that'd be pretty good. That puts the relaxation at not 100%, but we can always just supplement relaxation a little bit. It'd be nice to squeeze in a little bit more basin action as well. Though it kind of is looking a little bit dubious. Maybe could fit one back here. And then we could have benches. Like we could expand this area here and then have the benches sort of be the pillar holders, you know? Yeah, look at that. A decent amount of space. Not sure, I mean, we could maybe expand the building a little bit. I kind of want this to be like a road over here, or like follow this road. So I'm just gonna say that this building is good enough. Well, maybe actually, hold on. I could have like a room for a warehouse over here, I guess. That wouldn't be like too bad. Yeah, I think that'd be fine. It is going to require some excavation, but that is fine. So if we look at logistics, warehouse, I'm going to think I'm going to have a wall-less one. It is going to reduce the isolation a bit, but then like people, the Garthemis can just walk in here, which I think seems like a pretty cool design. And I could just have a janitor nearby somewhere. Might as well plop a couple of humidifiers down. There we go. Actually, this job will be just like a super torch. I think that'd be cool. Just have this area lit up. Just keep that dread maximized in this zone. This is truly a quarter by and for Garthemis. I wanted a physician as well. Be under civics, health, physician. Guess they could go over here, have like a weird shape. Also, I definitely want the physician to be walled. We could go buck wild with it and have this whole area physicianed out, you know. Then I think, yeah, with just that one pillar, as the whole like physician dealt with. Gonna expand this place out so that boom. And I'm gonna want some shelfage over here and here. I like having the shelves sort of like entered into the like nuggy zone. I think that is always cool. You can put a shelf right here as well. We're probably gonna need to build out some extra shelves. I don't think we can get away with just having like sneaky ones. So maybe like this is not enough. Okay, there we go. Maybe the design could be more efficient, but kind of content with how it is right now. I mean, the alternative would be to dig closer to the outside of the mountain, which I'm actually a little bit sympathetic to, come to think of it. So I can just dig this out. Maybe dig this over here. Maybe go even more buck wild with it. And then we can just have some extra pillars or something. So like a couple pillars over here. Then a shelf over here. And I basically just built this whole corner to be shelved up, you know? Sort of like a shelf closet. There we go. We can even fit in another workbench, I think, and then another shelf here. And we need to fit one more shelf. Damn it. Okay, I could put a shelf over here. There we go, 100%. Quality. Room for 7 physicians and more than enough services. Boom. It's gonna require shitload digging, but that is life. I don't know if we need like a canteen. I mean, it would make the Garthemies living in this like zone happier, I guess. Is there any other? There's like religion. There's a speaker stand. We could have like another, like a little dread plaza in this corner, I guess. Does seem like a little bit of a waste of space though. I mean, there could be a well there. I don't know. I kind of like the idea of it. I mean, here's a nice compromise. I could have a canteen, and the canteen can be like this, and then this little zone could be plaza, and it could connect here, right? I think that'd be pretty badass. So for the layout of this place, I mean, I think it's gonna be obvious. There's like cooking station or two. This is really a tiny place, so it's a little bit concerning. Don't think we're gonna get the most like efficient use of space here, which is what it is. Kind of shame that you can't do the skinny cooking stations, but it is whatever. Yeah, you know what? This is fine. It's not super great, but it's not the worst either. Boom. Then I can just dig in a mountain with the rest of the space, and this will be the starts of another little district here. We could maybe have another stage. I feel like the stage should be providing pretty much all the services this quarter needs though, so maybe not. I think what we need to get the cantors like solidly here is another like 2 temples to Authority, as a omega cringe as that is. Don't know where I would put the things, and obviously this would be yet another ginormous building. There could be one in this bottom left hand corner near where this human nursery is, though that probably is not the greatest look. Could be one down here in this like services area. I think that is a pretty good spot for one, considering it's like vast tracts of open land. And it's far enough away from the other one. But we were gonna build one back here, right? Sort of the whole point of digging this ginormous area out. Could put one on this right-hand side, just to support the dwarfanoids here. Oh yeah, speaking of supporting the dwarfanoids, I probably want to expand housing for that smithy that was just built. So I'll do that. I built a little warehouse next to the smithy. I'll see if that's done. It is done. Because I wanted to maintain the workload just by having another place importing coal and metal, I guess clothing, then the rest can hold tools. Just because I wanted to make sure that the smithy had its like workload always maxed out. It's so weird when I feel like the internal storage is like super duper bugged. Because it always says the storage is full, but like whenever I look at it, it's mostly empty. Maybe I'm just coming, like every time I see it, it's just like they had just very recently pulled all the tools out or some shit. But I'm a little bit doubtful. So we're down to negative 13 odd jobbers. I guess I'll add in some more human immigrants. And a little bit more pig action as well. Because we are going to need these pigs to man the ration maker whenever it gets built anyways. Didn't build any of the other giant buildings, right? Let's see. The administration center still needs building. University is almost like beginning to be built. Seems that they're completely just being slow asses. Another grand lab would be nice to build, I will say. It's kind of a shame that we this human quarter is so like perfectly like self-contained. Makes it very difficult to just expand on it. Though on the positive side, it looks like all these services that are being provided like are just below 100% load, which means, you know, the services are being provided to everyone. Wait, what? We now employ 100 people in our jewelers? Excuse me? Why did that happen? Oh, I think these are the two jewelers in town. I guess the like work autofill just like added a couple dwarves and tipped us over. It's a little bit zany. You know what buildings we could actually build out, come to think of it? We could probably build out the service buildings. Also, I'm gonna... I feel like I should just demolish some of these walls. Just have this whole area cleared out, because I feel like the size of these service buildings leaves something to be desired. If I remember correctly, the storm quarter is going to have 2 working blocks and then 2 service blocks. Right. The working block, I mean, I might as well just construct a structure, grand stone, grand wall, and just have this fucking place be set up right now. It should be like 25 or 26 by 26. So boom. That is gonna set this up where this is like the line. So we could have like a little plaza up here theoretically. I mean, we are gonna want, I guess I'll just get started. So we are gonna want, like this was basically made to be like a fucking absolutely ridiculous ginormous road. So there's no reason not to get that started. And then there can be like a much smaller road over here. And this road could connect over here. There is this little area as well. And this road can connect over here too. I guess it can go all the way over here, because why not? That's the road started. I guess one question would be, do we want like a grand plaza in one of these slots? Kind of feel like the answer is yes, but if I was gonna have a plaza, I kind of want it to be this one down here, maybe? then what goes up here? I think like a grand bathhouse would be cool. Maybe like all the health stuff can be on this block. So I guess the, that's not a bathhouse. So I guess the bathhouse, I feel like the bathhouse is less urgent of a need than the other needs. So it can go up top, like the furthest away from the rest of the stuff. It's kind of annoyingly, like, perfectly not big enough. I mean, there can be benches on the left-hand side, I guess. If I have a row like this, and I put a wall here, is this too big? This is indeed too big. Then I guess we're going to want pillars. Yes, this is going to be definitely a rough one. We're definitely going to want pillars here. And then there'll be a little hallway, and then some more basins. There's so much space on this right-hand side, yeah, that we're guaranteed to have enough, like, bench access, for sure. So the question is, can I squeak more basins in over here? I might be able to if I employ some advanced technology. Yeah, I could put, like, one over here, I guess. And then I have little spaces. I mean, little spaces are going to be required either way. So boom. Then we expand this, and it's going to be a 5 blocker. How do we deal with these? Well, that did not help. Okay, I guess it'll have to be like slightly tinier ones. There we go. So we get a basin like this every like 2 blocks. That expands the basin capacity even more. And maybe we have one in this bottom corner as well. Then benches can be used to sort of fill up the remaining space. I'm sure we don't have to be like super duper precious with it, but actually it's looking like I need to be a little bit precious with it. Damn it. These benches are such a pain in the ass. Okay, here's 2 benches. And there's got to be like something that can be pulled off here. Like maybe we can get away with like, I don't know, maybe this is more efficient. Looks like it's identically efficient. Then I guess I just have 1 basin too many. Kind of irritating, not gonna lie. There we go, 100% basin action, then we just have some doors in between these benches. I guess one up here, because why not? And doors on the opposite side as well. So basically I want the service to be accessible from both sides. I mean, it does cut into the main road, but still. So that is a humongous bathhouse that hopefully will be enough to service 4 blocks of workers. I mean, it's a ton of benches, so one would think, right? Probably want a lavatory and a physician. So I guess I'll get started on the physician first. The physician is going to be even less urgent of a need than the other ones. So it's like a preemptive care. Alright, there we go. Maybe there's more efficient layouts. However, I think this is pretty much in that realm of good enough. So boom. Then on the other side, there will be a lavatory, which I'm willing to have pretty big. I mean, maybe we could have a hospital here too. Kind of think the hospital could go up here. The hospital is fine being tiny. Whereas the lavatory, I think, is an extreme, like, this is used every day type dealio, you know. We're definitely going to need many basins, so not gonna go too crazy with the latrines. Alright, that's really awkward. Don't think there's a way to get like another basin in unless maybe, like I could put a basin here, that'd be enough basins, but then how would I get the pillars in? Since the number of employees of our administrations have plummeted, the performance boost from experience. Excuse me? Whatever. I'm just gonna have slightly less latrines, I guess. Oh no, that's gonna create like a fucking humongous crisis if that's not dealt with right now. What the fuck? Why do I have negative 410 odd jobbers? Are you serious? Did a fucking meteor hit one of my buildings? What the hell? I don't know what could possibly have, it's not the ration maker, that didn't get built. Don't think it's like a temple or something. Dude, what is going on? Are people like retiring or something? Is that what's going on? We're at negative 1.2k stuff. Okay, we just need to hire fucking absolute shitload of immigrants into the country so I can get the boost back. Oh man, that is really fucking annoying. It's gotta be that the number was like decreasing a bunch and I just didn't notice. Maybe I can, is there a way I can like build like a handout to humans? Just get some of these motherfuckers like... Okay, so this is handing out, how much is it? 400 denarii. So 400 times 10 is 4,000. 400 times 100 is... That'd be 4 zeros, so 10,000. So this would be like $400,000. Yeah, fuck it. So this is gonna decrease over time. But in the meantime, I imagine the immigrants, the fulfillment is going to go up greatly. So hopefully a bunch of human immigrants come flooding in when they hear about the free money that's being handed out. Okay, one dude's heard of it. The good word has to go out. So it's going to take a little while. There's still just the one immigrant? Are you kidding me? Okay, I mean, I guess I'll add in more piganoids and a little bit more dwarfinoids. And the tilapies aren't incredibly happy. The Garthemes are pretty happy. I'll add in some of them as well. This is absolutely nightmarish. Okay, the administration's boost is back. So then the admin points should start rolling in. Oh, I mean, there's not much we can do except add in people and wait for time to advance. So unfortunately, I'm just gonna have to repeat the steps over and over. The dwarfinoids are probably gonna be a little bit unhappy for a little while. Which is what it is. The Garthemes. Get some of them. Oh, I know what happened. It's this university. Okay. Jesus Christ. I knew it was going to have an effect, but that is quite the fucking effect. So it slurped out hundreds of odd jobbers. And I guess administration buildings weren't high enough priority over these guys. Well, that is whatever. I'm just happy that I know what happened, you know? I think I want to renovate some of these roads while I'm looking at them. I mean, we don't have that much cut stone, so I'll limit just how much, but still. That's kind of incredibly annoying. All these other massive buildings are going to be built too. Maybe, okay, the administration should be back online. It's going to take a little while for it to, like, hit the bloodstream. Guess I could remove a lab. We are sort of kind of in that space where we are close-ish to our maximum capacity for knowledge points, but I think removing some of these jobs will help with the odd jobber situation. A worst case scenario, I can just undo some points in the fisheries. Because there's going to be, the administration building is going to be like another like minus 500 odd jobbers or whatever. Got 3 human immigrants. Are you kidding? All these projects are never going to get built at this rate. There are a bunch of crazy people. You can maybe expand Crazy Town to sort of help out with that. Or I think the asylum would have to be in some other random location. Wow, that Matt's grave is really depressing looking. I mean, we've got some odd jobbers now. Balance has been restored to the force temporarily. Let's see. I think I will build another asylum. I mean, I kind of want to just copy this asylum, so I think it's pretty good loadout. Space-wise, could just put it, I mean, there's this, like, corner over here next to the human district, which I'm sure they'll be extremely pissed off about, you know, seeing spring up. I'll put it back here, next to that one estate. Maybe all the way back here, middle bumfuck nowhere. Yeah, here will be a good spot. And then I guess we can just have like a small warehouse store the rations for the crazy people. I think across the street is fine. It's like a little building. It can be one shorter so that it has a higher roundedness level. But I care not that much, so if it's slightly unrounded, so be it. So we'll hold 2.5 thousand rations, which will be more than enough. That'll cure these 33 crazy people, who will then become productive, medicated members of society. Oh, why is the happiness so low? Probably a result of all the added people. Wait, the handout is already done, giving them fulfillment? It's kind of rude. You know what? Another weaver would probably be good as well. So it kind of looks like we sort of just barely have a surplus at best. Yeah, of 165 bolts of cloth. So that could be this like first dwarven building that gets constructed. Also, I'll add in all 11 immigrants of the humans. So we need more human immigrants. Wow, even the pigs aren't at 100% happiness. That is really yikers. Oh wow, the pigs don't have... Okay, well here's the problem. Their furniture has not been maxed out this entire time. No wonder they weren't 100% happiness. Is the same true of the Garthemi? Let's see. No, Garthemis have maxed out stuff. They're just, they don't have enough access to it, which probably means there's not like enough warehouses just storing like random food items and stuff. Wait, I've got a warehouse over here that has room for the stuff. I mean, okay, let's see. A Garthemi house require it's normal stone and clay, right? Yeah. So literally just a couple crates for each of those, and then I guess I'll just have like a random assortment of other stuff as well. Probably gonna want like a couple crates for clothing. The coal is absolutely important. Drinks probably matters. Then last but not least, furniture. There we go. I mean, there's this warehouse over here too. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. I mean, the answer is clearly like every like a little zone where there's a bunch of houses, there just needs to be like a micro warehouse like this set up perfectly to fill out these guys' needs. Which, by the way, this is not doing enough of. So we're gonna need clay pots and bolts fabric and normal stone and smooth stone. I don't really care about the livestock. Probably could have a crate for metal, crate for booze or two. There we go. See, the homelessness problem still exists as well. We could maybe... Now I floated the idea before of having this like zone up here be housing. We could possibly execute on that plan. It'd have to be like vertical housing. But let's see, there's 17 squares here. So we couldn't like fully max it out. I mean, if we didn't do that, where would we put the houses? Like, we could put some housing over here, I guess. We'd have to dig out the mountain a little bit. But it could go all the way up like this. Could maybe work. Alternatively, we could have housing down here. I kind of like the idea of having... I mean... I think housing down here will be good. I kind of like the idea of having like another building up here that just has like room for workers, you know? Like is another industry building. I mean, I can definitely put some apartments over here, so I might as well do that. And, you know, just put another apartment complex, like, I don't know, right here. Sort of fit it, like, in this little zone. Think that would be the best. I mean, I could just continue this line of apartments all the way over. Maybe that would be better. Just like do it like this. It doesn't quite match up the block though. Oh, we could do it like this though. Just build it into the mountainside. I think that'd be pretty badass. It does kind of block off this other block, but it is what it is. I mean, we can just like have like a non-fitting, like little extra nuggy over here. I think that'd be pretty good. It kind of fucks up traffic a little bit, but that is fine. And then maybe when this area is carved out, we can have another block of apartments, like just going up and down here. I think that would maybe make sense. I mean, there's no reason we can't actually follow through on the housing up here as well. Though I think it'd be more efficient to dig into the mountain and then manually place the houses. So I will do that. It might be that we just need to do like another longhouse or something, which I might as well put one over here, so why not? It's gonna be room for another 15 people, which in conjunction with these apartments probably will be enough, I think. Especially in conjunction with these apartments as well. Definitely adds up to more than 15, or 24, I should say. Won't necessarily be the best housing. Oh, looks like the pignoids are greatly appreciating the situation. I'll add in 54 of them just so that the odd jobber count can finally return to normal. You know, until one of the other buildings are built. You know, speaking of one of those like nano warehouses, I kind of think I want to put one over here. Partially just to service the bathhouse, but also to like provide the furnishings for all these houses over here. I think that'd be cool. There's apparently a performance boost in the human nurseries, which is interesting. I wonder what that looks like. They just changed the diapers really good. They've unlocked new baby technology. Got really good like feeding regimens or whatever. brand new carpets. Well, that'll be a nice source of additional humans as well. Oh my god, I thought, for a split second, I thought the accident was going to be in the nursery. That would be hilarious and extremely tragic at the same time. Black comedy, if you will. Man, we need a little bit more opium construction or production. Kind of feel like there's not much space for it though. I mean, I'm sure there's like a... Okay, it's been a training yard accident. I'm sure we could like eke out like a tiny farm that has decent productivity here. So let's see, farms, opiate farm. It's just gonna be a big old brush. And it's gonna just slurp all the space over here like a fucking slug. Think that would be pretty awesome. Room for 5 workers is nice. I can just put like a couple well slots within the building itself, and then I can just extend it out a little bit more. There we go. It's actually a little bit more than 5 workers, which means I can, I guess, just put another well spot over here and over here. I think that would be cool. Just plop these suckers down. A nice source of fertility and also well access. And to be honest, I think on that note, we can end the episode here. I know not too much has been done. I mean, we've built a number of bathhouses and housing and all sorts of little minor buildings. No like great projects, but I think the population crunch is absolutely real and is kind of fucking my town up a little bit. I kind of have a suspicion that expansion is going to be really slow going for the time being, or for a little while. I think immigrants, our town has sort of reached the population threshold where immigration can't suit all of our needs. And on top of that, the dwarven happiness just continues to get more and more unhappy. Ways I'm not quite sure how to fix. I mean, building another temple would be cool. I kind of think the access is a little bit low. Why is temple respect so low? Excuse me? I mean, this temple's got 100% respect. What about this one? This one's got 17% respect. What the hell? Oh no. There's not enough Sicilian being piped into it. I guess I'll get more delivery men, and I'll increase the storage amount for the Sicilian so it never runs out of stuff. What about this temple over here? Sacrificing 4%. Oh no, there's no delivery men here? Well, I'm gonna have 1 delivery man for each crate. And I kind of want to increase the Sicilian import count. I think I will do that. That'll boost the temple respect, which will in turn increase the happiness with it, right? Yeah, because if the temple respect was 67%, you know, or 100%, then we would get the 60% amount of fulfillment from this thingy. I think that is the main limiting factor here. It's a good thing we caught that right in this outro. Yep, population problems. Maybe the temple improvement, you know, maybe all the respect will generate so much excess fulfillment that people want to move in here by drones. A big we shall see. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And I hope to see you next time for more Songs of Six. Goodbye!